Hey guys, it's me Unknown this video Defeat 64 and today I'm gonna play Cube Escape to AK Story 3, which is the fifth game, which is the fifth part or the fifth game of Cube Escape collection. So here are the achievements we have to get, which are Rusty Lake Archives, Ventilated, Mr. Crow, I Made It, Force Feeding, Dark Rings, View of Arrows, and Mugshot. So let's start. Chapter 1 of 4. And the murder scene. It was the strangest scene I had ever seen in my long career as a homicide detective. The first time I stepped into that room, I knew that there was something more than just a dead body. Yeah, there are 4 chapters, full 90 and 71, the murder scene. So yeah, there are 4 chapters, and we're playing as a detective, and there's only one detective, which is Dale Vandermeer. We're playing as this detective. So let's approach the victim and unbutton the dress and take out the first sheet of paper. Now let's click on the hair and click on again to remove it from the face and open the victim's mouth and press on it until this beetle crawls out. And now the beetle has crawled away. Has crawled away. Now let's move away now and click on the door. It disappeared. Let's look to the right and click on the door. I need all the evidence first. So we need to collect the evidence. Let's look to the right and click on the beetle hiding behind the sofa and drive it onto the ceiling. Now let's take the second sheet of paper. Now let's take a closer look at the picture with the parrot and tear up the inscription Psittacus. And we've got Psittacus on paper. Now let's leave the approach and look to the right. And look closer to the cactus on the cabinet. And take away the label cactus. Now let's move back and look at the picture. Here we need to take the sign with the inscription Nether Minerals. Now to get the achievement and to get one of the achievements here, we need to open the window in the picture, and we have here the code 1853, which, as you remember, can be used in Cube Escape barrels. Now let's exit the approach and approach the shelf in the closet. Now. any part. And we've got a key. Now let's move away and use the key to open the right door of the cabinet below and take away the jar of flies. And now let's look closer to the aquarium on the table. Before we will do something here, now to get the achievement we need to throw a fly into the aquarium and manipulate the fin and tail of the fish and direct the fly into its mouth and repeat the action with some more flies. Now, instead of throwing the fly into the fish's mouth, we need to manipulate the fly and to fly to the shell. Now the burning fly is moving to the fish's mouth, and we've got a key. So let's leave the approach and look at the desk drawers. Using the received key, we open the third drawer from the top and take out the folder. Now let's look at the title page of the folder and tear off the sticker Lacus Fleo and close the folder and exit the zoom and look to the left. Here we need to look closer to the table with the telephone. Now let's take the cigar and click on the crossword puzzle in the newspaper. Now let's lay out the collected labels. The Apsidophis is the second one, Cactus is the third one, R is the fourth one, and Lacus Fleo is the first one. And I can draw attention here to the highlighted words and that make the word to the highlighted letters that not make the word fate. So let's tear off the inscription and move away from the table. Now let's look to the right and look at the shelf with books. Here we need to now lift the books in an order, in which each subsequent and book has the symbol and color of the previous book. So and wait, 15th book, the 7th book, the 16th book. Now we need the first book, the 4th, the 10th, the 2nd, the 8th, the 3rd, the 5th, the 14th, the 13th, the 11th, the 12th, the 6th, and the 9th. This is the last one. Now we need to raise the shelf on which the book stood and lower the panel down. Now let's move away from the shelf and turn around and look to the ceiling. Here we need to force the bezel to change its location. And now we need to drive off the ledge, drive it off the wall, or drive it off the wall. Drive it away from the cactus and away from the safe. Now let's look closer to the table and see the iron. And we need to raise the iron. The iron. Click on the beetle. And we've got a key. Let's move away from the table. And using the receipt key, we unlock the left door of the locker and take out the fourth sheet of paper. Let's look to the left and bring our eyes closer to the board and attach the connected sheets to it. We need to remember now the depicted objects and their numbers. Now let's open the page with the picture in the folder, and with the cigar we'll anti-burn the cube, the right hand, the right eye, and the house in the back. Now we need to remember those symbols. Put the folder in the inventory and move away from the board and look to the right. Wait, but I can remember this, so. This is the first symbol. This is the second one. What about the third one? And the fourth one. Now I remember this. Oh wait. And we have here a phone number 024355. Let's move away and look to the left. Here we need to look closer to the phone and place a paper next to it, which now with the inscription date. Pick up the phone and dial the number 024355. Hello, this is Detective David Van.
Yes,
Is this Rusty Lake?
she's the worst.
Fate?
I'm sorry. Your flash is already sleeping.
Well, our place is already taken, alright. Let's look around. And we found Laura. Let's click on her. And she has disappeared. Not to this. And she has disappeared. Let's look at the ceiling. And wait for the butterflies. And to stop their moving. And they formed the number now 1421. Maybe this is a code 1421. Let's look to the left and look closer to the safe and then enter the code 1421 and take the evidence. Open the folder with the evidence, and this is as the and we've got an achievement. Now let's click on the photos. Chapter 2, the investigation. For months, I could not think about anything else than the events that happened after I found the dead woman. What is Rusty Lake? I collected all the information I could find and locked myself into my office, trying to learn more about Rusty Lake and this mysterious woman. Let's look to the right. Now we're in Dale's office. Let's open the right door of the cabinet and take out the coffee. Now let's look closer to the TV and take out the sheet of sheet of paper. Now to get an achievement here, we need to set the value to 171 and turn on the TV. Or maybe not. So, but we've got the achievement here now. And the hint for the solution can be seen in a Cube Escape Theater on the mirror in the toilet. This part will be later. Now we'll go there later, not now. So let's leave the approach and look to the right. Here we need to look closer to the table with the projector and take out the second sheet of paper behind it. From behind it. Now let's move away and turn our gaze to the cabinets. Here we need to take out the map, the razor, and the coffee filter. Let's leave the approach and look to the right. Here we need to bring our gaze closer to the smaller board on the right and attach the collected sheets. Let's now read the text. The old man walked beside the lake. As he approached the mill, the time stopped. As he approached the mill, the time stopped. The numbers appeared above the lake. Let's move away and turn our gaze closer and turn our gaze to the table stand. Let's open the drawers and take out the screwdriver. The numbers are on the paper. And the marker. Now let's move away and look at the coffee machine. And take the empty coffee pot. Now let's move back and look to the right. Here we need to look closer to the sink and fill the coffee pot with water. Now let's look up at the mirror and use our razor on it and shave and take the razor again. Now we need to look down into the sink and rinse off our hair. take the young crow. Let's move away now and look to the left. Here we need to approach the coffee machine. Fill the coffee pot with water. Put this coffee pot in its place. Insert the coffee filter and add the coffee. Now we need to turn on the machine. And take the coffee pot with coffee. Let's move away now and approach the table. Here we need to pour the coffee into a cup and drink it. A damn fine cup of coffee. And now there are numbers 2, 4, 7. So let's leave the approach and turn around. And set the TV channel to 7. Instead of the guy's head, a dark soul appears. Now let's move away and turn our gaze to the window. Here we need to open the blinds on the right side and click Let's take a black cube and look to the right. After we leave the approach, here we need to look closer at the ventilation grid and the ventilation. Unscrew the screw. With the screwdriver. Now let's add the crow to the cat, and the cat that's the crow. Add the young crow. Let's move away now and look to the side, and return to the ventilation duct again, and take the egg. Now we need to leave the approach and look to the right. Let's take a closer look at the photographs on the board and remember the plan of placing objects. Let's leave the approach and look to the right. Here we need to approach the table and place the map on the projector and turn it on. Exit the zoom and turn around. Here we need to lower at the screen and bring our gaze closer to it, and with the marker we need to mark points A, B, C in the places they are shown on the plan. So the point C is the meal, Maybe and maybe not. Yeah, it's point C. Point A is near the forest. You ran near those trees. And the point A as in this hill. Now let's turn around and approach the projector. Remove the map and put the number in paper. Turn around again. Turn to the screen. And we find that the numbers 6, 4 and 7 are marked. 6 is in point C, 4 is in point B, and 7 is in point A. So we need to turn on the TV and set the value to 746. Now let's click on Laura and put the egg in her hand. And she gave us the white cube. Now let's turn around and once again look at the text on the colored sheet. On the collected sheets. Here we can pay attention to the underlined words, which are man, walked, lake, mill, stopped, numbers. So let's turn our gaze to the typewriter and print them by clicking after writing the word man on the figure that appears on the sheet. Man. Numbers. To get another achievement, we need to type the word crow on a typewriter. Now let's move away and turn around and approach the TV. Here we need to set the channel to the channel number to 392. Now we need to insert the both. Now we need to insert both cubes into the squares. And we've got another achievement. Now let's move away. The beam goes up. So we need to look up now. So we need to look up at the ceiling and click on the fan. The ceiling disappears and the starry sky appears. Chapter 3: The Chapel. At last I was close to Rusty Lake, although I did not understand what happened. After a deep sleep, I found myself on the floor of the mysterious chapel I knew from the pictures. Here we need to look to the right and take a closer look at the top of the cabinet. We can open now the top or the top cabinet on the right. And take of the ink. Now let's open the bottom cabinet on the right. And take out the first piece of tile. Here we can pay attention to the green line behind the light rectangles on the door of the lower cabinet on the left. We need here to leave the approach and look at the left half of the lower part of the cabinet. Here we need to open the door of the upper left corner cabinet and set the sliders along the marks of the green line that we noticed. So now we need to do it this way. Now let's open the door of the upper left. Wait. So let's open the lower left cabinet in the upper part of the cabinet and take out the second piece of tile. If we look at the right half of the bottom of the cabinet, we can see that there is a puzzle where we need to rotate the discs. Now we add the circles and draw a cube. Not a cube. And we took out the third piece of tile. Now let's open the door. Now oh wait. Let's look at the lower left cabinet in the lower. Wait. So these are the discs here. Now we needed here to create a continual slide. And that's what we did already. Let's look at the lower left cabinet in the lower part of the closet. Here we need to rotate the discs. We rotate the circles and draw a cube. And open the door and take the key. We can use it to open the lock on the upper right cabinet in the lower part of the cabinet. And we see here a skull that we can take now. So let's move away from the cabinet, from the closet, from the cabinet, and look to the right. Here we need to look closer to the left side of the triptych and rotate the squares and recreate the mosaic pattern, the puzzle pattern. let's move back and turn our gaze to the right side of the triptych. Here we need to solve a puzzle using the tag principle and recreate a puzzle pattern. Now let's move back and bring our gaze closer to the central part of the triptych. Here we need to take the black cube and leave the approach and look to the right. Here we need to look at the pedestal on which the bust stands. We can pay attention to the number 148 in the upper left corner. Let's take the bird's eye from the top of the pedestal and remember the upper left corner. And remember the correspondence of the characters in the column to each other. Now let's look at the bust. Here we need to rotate the parts of the head, setting them to according to the right pattern. And we've got it at the eye. Now let's install the eye in the upper part and rotate the parts and install to the middle pattern. No, I didn't install according to the middle pattern, and we can take the gem. Now let's install it in the upper part and install parts and parts to according to the right model. And we've got a shell. Now let's move away from the bust and turn around. Here we need to look closer to the skull and insert the bird's eye. And we can take away the key. We can use it to open the line on the top left corner in the upper part of the cabinet. And that leads to the vessel. This baby and take the heart. Now let's place it on the drawing of the lower right cabinet in the lower part of the cabinet and take the scissors. Now let's move away from the upper right drawer on the right side of the now let's move away and move our gaze closer to the top drawer on the right side of the bottom cabinet. Here we need to enter the code 148 as we saw in the map button and take away the fourth piece of tile. Here we need to assemble to place the assembled tiles and the cabinet. Where is it? Let's open the door and take the candle. And at the same time we need to place the shell on the picture on the upper left door and take the oil. Now we need to move away and from the closet and look to the left. Here we need to insert the black cube into the niche and the center and click on it. Cracks appear along the wall. We now need to click on the indicators in the 4 of overlaps and now destroy the top layer and find the map and find the picture. Using a candle, we need to light the torches standing on the sides. Here we can pay attention to the arrows at the top. So we need to add oil to the torches. But before we need to light that. So left, right, left, left, right, right. Now let's click on the boatman and it floats away to the left. Soon he will swim towards us. Here is the boatman. Now before I'll do something to go to the fourth part. I need to make an announcement here because just in the second we now will start the fourth part. We need to do it. I will need to do this fast enough because if you don't do this very fast, you can you can lose here and start the fourth chapter again. In other words, you will need to restart the fourth chapter. Now let's turn to the boatman. Tap the brakes with which his mouth and as you map with scissors and click on him until he turns into Mr. Crow. Chapter 4: The Cabin. Silently, the old crow and I sailed to a small island in the middle of the lake. Without a word, the crow left me, wondering what to do. Now we need to do this very fast, very fast. And we've got an achievement. Now we've got the last achievement. The end. Finally, I reached the lake. I could not feel my body anymore. The time felt different to me, like I did not only live that moment, but also my past. All my memories captured in little cubes, floating around the lake. So it looks like we have completed the fifth game of Cube Escape Collection. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and that's all for now. Bye guys.